Hello, I'm Ruby and welcome to another ZIN video. Today we are going to talk about how to play in the OUTERSPACE map, tips about how to attack, how to defend, and also jumps or tricks you can do. It's been a long time without uploading a tutorial, but we are back. I also have to do the remake of the weapons tutorial, but since ZIN will have its free-to-play release the 5th of November, and I guess there will be new weapons and chains, I will upload it later with all the chains. And yeah, you heard it right. ZIN is finally going to be free to play from November 5th. So if you were waiting for that, here you have it. Anyway, it's still being early access, so don't expect the game to be finished. I already did a tutorial about how to attack and how to defend in any touchdown map in general. So here I'm not going to talk about general concepts like, for example, in defense, body blocking or push the ball carrier backwards. At first I wanted to divide the video into attack and then defense, but I realized it's probably better if, for example, I explain a trick and then how to defend when an enemy does the same trick. So I'm going to be changing between attacking and defending all the time. So time to start, like always, from the more basic things. In OUTERSPACE, when you take the ball, you can go 4 different ways. One of the sides goes to a staircase. In the other side, you can go while jumping or using the jump pad that is in the middle. And in middle, you can go on top of the bridge or below it. So let's do a little analysis of each of the paths. About the staircase path, I don't really recommend it, because it's very easy to defend it. After the staircase, you can go behind the wall, but even like that, it's not gonna be hard for the defenders to push you down. The reason why I don't recommend this way, first, because if the defenders take the ball, they will have a laser very close to them, so they will reset the ball instantly. And second, because the defenders that are dead, when they respawn, they will respawn exactly on top of you, so they will be ready to defend very fast. And this is why I think it's very easy to defend this path. The other side, I'm gonna call it long, okay? Just so it has a name, and because I don't know how to call it. So long. In general, in long is where there are more team fights. In long, there's also another staircase that goes to a window, and in that window you can actually just dash to the touchdown. If you have the ball and you are very low HP, a good idea here is just let the defenders kill you if you have a teammate close to you, since your teammate will have stamina and it will be easier for him to finish the touchdown from that position. So as a defender, I think the best way to defend this is actually going on top of the window before the attacker is about to dash with the ball, so you can fight for that ball and not let another attacker take the ball after the actual ball carrier dies. So you take the ball before another attacker, and you run away, or at least make time, and that's more than enough. Also, if you go long, you can go by the small ledge behind the wall, or even get on top of it. Both options have their strengths and weaknesses, depending of where the defenders are located. You can get on top of the wall easily jumping from these kind of boxes, or also if you wall jump from the pillar, and after wall jumping, you move to the direction of the wall. If you don't move to this direction, you will not reach it. If you get on top, it will be harder for the defenders that are trying to melee attack you to actually hitting you, but at the same time, you are open to more angles where they can shoot you, since they can shoot you from one of the sides of the wall and also from the other side. I think the best way to defend against an attacker that is going on top of the wall is shooting him with a resolver or a Helios shot, since these shots may push him down, and then it will be easier to reach him with melee attacks or even push him more down. If you go by the ledge, you will make it harder for the defenders that are in long to hit you, but at the same time, it's gonna be easier for the defenders that are in the other side. So as you can see, all these options are better or worse depending on where the defenders are. If you go middle way, you have the bridge, which is actually the fastest and easier way to get to the touchdown, but the defenders can break it. So if you are defending, remember to always break this bridge, and also pay attention to when it respawns so you can break it again. And now let's go with the most complex path, going middle but below. It's actually very common because you can probably be trying to go on the bridge, but then the defenders break it and you drop down, or you probably are going long or stairs but they push you down with attacks. And here we have the typical problem, especially for new players, which is where do I go when I have the ball, the bridge is broken and I don't have stamina to wall jump too long, for example, or to do any trick. Well, here you have different options to go to the different ways I already explained. The option that most new players choose, and it's completely normal because we all have been new players with this same problem, is going to the staircase. But as I explained it earlier, I don't really recommend it because it's very easy to defend. Another option is just waiting for the bridge to respawn. But let's be honest, the defenders are gonna be paying attention to it and they're probably gonna break it as soon as it respawns. If you know how to comet, you can comet when there's only half of the bridge available, both from the pillar to the second part of the bridge or from the first part of the bridge to the touchdown side. Another thing you can do that is a very good one, but at the same time you need good synchronization with your teammates, is staying close to a wall and wait to defenders to kill you. If you are close to a wall, the defenders that are on top, which is a very good position to defend that I will explain later, will have less angle to shoot at you, and they probably will go down to melee attack you, and there it's gonna be easier for you and your teammates to fight. And also, if you die there close to a wall, it's a very good position for a teammate who can take the ball and with stamina make a simple wall jump to get on top and finish the touchdown easily. It's actually like passing the ball in a very good position. And then probably the best and the cooler option you can do here, even without teammates, is doing a comet from the pillar that takes you too long. If you don't know what's a comet or how to do a comet, I already explained it in movement tutorials in the past, so you can check it out there. This comet is the faster way to go to the touchdown if the bridge is broken and you don't have stamina. After the comet, you can go directly to the touchdown, or for example, you can go to the window on long that I explained before. This comet is very good not only because of how fast it is, it's also good because after doing it, the wall will cover you from the defenders that were attacking you below, and they will have to waste time to reposition to try to stop you. And let's remember the bridge is broken, so they will have to wall jump or to use their platform skill to get on top, and in that time you might already touchdown. And now let's talk about some tips for defenders. Keep in mind that I am more shooter player than melee player, so probably my tips are more for shooter players, but the best thing I can teach is how I play. In general, I recommend you to defend shooting from the top, where the bridge ends, because if you are below, they will reach you easier with melee attacks, and also if the ball carrier gets on top, you will not be able to shoot at him, and you will waste time getting on top. From the top, you can choose from different options depending on where the attackers are coming. If they are long and you see they are getting close to the staircase that goes to the window, you should go on top first, as I explained before. If they go any other way, you can keep shooting from that position. If there's snipers shooting you from the other base, you can hide from them behind the pillar or behind the wall. If they go a staircase, it's actually very easy to shoot at them from this position, even if they go behind the wall. And also, if they go behind it, try to push them down. If they go middle, remember to break the bridge and pay attention when it respawns so you break it again. And here is when you have to be smart and think about how many options the attackers have. If the ball carrier took the ball long time ago, he will not have stamina, so he doesn't have too many options. He can go stairs, I already explained that, but if you see he's getting on top of the pillar, for sure he's gonna do a comet too long. So you can read that and go to a position, you can push him down after he tries the comet. And if you see he's not getting on top of the pillar, he actually cannot do anything, he doesn't have stamina. So you should not care about the ball carrier. What I recommend you is actually focus on the other attackers, because if you kill the ball carrier in that moment, probably another attacker take the ball with stamina and he will get on top very easily with a simple wall jump and finish a touchdown easily. This is why also if the ball carrier is below and he just take the ball, he will 99% try to make a wall jump to get on top. So you can try to read that, and in the moment he does a wall jump, attack him to push him down again, and this time he will have less stamina or even zero stamina, and then we come back to the previous situation of he has to do a comet or go a staircase or whatever. As you can see, I always try to defend from the top. It's true that if you are a melee player, it's more normal than you go below to attack directly the enemies. So in this case, it will be trying to stagger or stun the enemies so they cannot wall jump if they have stamina. And if you do it, you will probably kill him, or if you don't, the shooters that are on top will finish the kill. So now, after explaining what I think is the basics of OUTERSPACE, let's go with more specific and advanced tips. Let's start with 2 tips for the long window. You can get on top using this kind of box, doing a dodge, or if you don't have stamina, doing a jump attack, heavy slash, or even a light slash with the Durendal. I don't recommend it with the light lash is harder and you can do it with a heavy. Also, you can do it with the bat. All the attacks, actually, the normal attack, the jump attack, or even the spin. And this is actually really useful if you come from doing a comet from the pillar, so you don't have to do a little come back to the staircase to get on top. Also, from this window, there's a trick, which is you can actually do a comet with the Durandal to get on top of the roof of the touchdown. It's very hard to do it, it's a bit like a pixel perfect jump, and well, to be honest, it's not really useful because you can just commit to the touchdown directly, but probably there's a situation that you see 2 or 3 defenders that are clearly gonna body block a normal dash to the touchdown, so probably in that moment you can try this trick, and if you get on top of the roof, it's almost going to be impossible for them to stop you. And now let's go with the spawn. Do you want to rush? These are the fastest way that I found to get to the middle spawn point of the ball. You can start with a platform and then a wall jump in the reset wall, or do a wall jump at the start and then a platform before touching the ground, and then a dodge and slide chain that I explained in the movement tutorials to get to the ball. You can do the chain going up to the stairs or going below. I actually prefer going up. I think it's faster, and also, while you are falling, you are saving a bit of stamina, and with this save and also the boost of stamina that you get if you are the first one who takes the ball, you actually take the ball being full stamina. Well, yeah, this is a fast way to take the ball, but after taking it, what? Well, of course, there's too many options. You can continue the dodge and slide chain to the side, going to the jump pad that goes for long. I actually recommend you to do this if there's a lot of players in the game, because probably if there's a lot of players, you prefer to have a team fighting long than trying to rush alone. So this is actually a good idea. Also, you can take the jump pad that is near the ball, and when you are on that roof, you can probably go bridge or go to the staircase side. One of my favorite options is going middle below the bridge, behind the pillar, and using the pillar for doing a wall jump that takes you too long. By doing this, you hide from the defenders that are on top when you have to touch down while you are behind the pillar, and also after wall jumping and getting into long, the wall will cover you from the enemies that were fighting you when you were below. But after doing this a lot of times, now everyone defend me this rush by jump attacking from the bridge when I'm going below it. They slow me down and I got insta-killed. Another really cool option is using the roof of the ball spawn to wall jump and move on top of the bridge. After that, you can drop a bit down and use the bridge itself to wall jump too long. Also, if you do it fast, you can get to the pillar and do the wall jump that I explained before that takes you to on top of the wall. If you do it fast, you normally have enough time, because normally they are not breaking this part of the bridge. One of the fastest tricks to get on the touchdown part from below is making this wall jump below the pillar and then doing a Durandal jump attack to finish on top. You can also do it with a dodge, but usually you will have only enough stamina to make the wall jump but not the dodge. The problem of this trick is that it's actually very easy to push you again down when you are on the edge with any melee attack or even with just a resolver shot. So here there's a trick that I found when I was trying to look for a trick that is harder for the defender to push you down. So the trick is getting on top of the pillar and doing a wall jump, then a dodge, run to cut the dodge animation, and a second wall jump on top of the previous one. I already explained these movement combos on movement tutorials. And after that, with a Durandal jump attack, you can get directly on top of the wall. And by doing this trick, what I saw is that a lot of defenders, when I do this trick, they think I am doing the previous one. So they try to push me down with, for example, a heavy slash, but they don't reach me because I land on top of the wall. Anyway, it's very hard to do it. I had to practice it a lot. And the hardest thing about it is that to have enough stamina for doing it from the ball spawn at the center, you have to take the ball with a platform, so you save a bit of stamina at the start, and you have to get on top of the pillar walking, because if you go running or using a wall jump, for example, you will not have stamina to do this trick. So it's a trick I've never been able to do it in a full lobby, because if any of the defenders just slow you down a bit, you will not have stamina to do it. So I've been able to do it only in lobbies that we are just 2v2 or 3v3. You already saw some examples. So this is all about how to play in the OUTERSPACE map. Remember that November 5th CodeZin is gonna be free to play, so my next videos are already going to be in the first free to play patches. Like in every video, I would like you to type in the game chat the next time that you find me in a lobby, this time the word arándano, which is blueberry in Spanish. It's been so long without uploading a tutorial, so I guess you already forget all the previous words. So I hope the video was useful for you. Comment your opinion, drop a like if you did, and subscribe for more CodeZin videos. Hope to see you soon in another video or in a CodeZin lobby. Bye bye!